Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Let Me Just Say This. I am so happy to be with you once again. If you're watching, hello, hey, from the living room. If you are new here, hello and welcome to the tribe. I know you're gonna like everything I got over here, so just go ahead and subscribe, baby. Just go ahead and follow. Just go ahead and do it. You're gonna love it here. I promise. We're a little toxic, but you're gonna love it here. We actually have a bonus episode coming this week, an audio hug from me for anybody out there who's been dealing with stress, anxiety, depression, because your girl has been feeling it. When I tell you, life has been lifing. Life has been playing and laughing in my face, honey. And adulthood has been adulting very heavy around these parts. And I was on the verge of a mental breakdown and I needed to rejuvenate myself. I needed to give myself a good old-fashioned self-hug and a little love. And I know that there's other people out there who are experiencing that and I want to share it with you. So that bonus episode will be on the YouTube channel and you will be able to stream it anywhere you're streaming your pod right now. Before we get into it all, let me give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Zeelool, because baby, they understood the assignment, honey. You like my frames? They turn you on? That ain't nothing, baby. Wait till you see this discount code I got for y'all. 10% off. With my code, it will be in the description, baby. If you're a blind baddie, go get you some glasses. Go get you some new frames. Switch up the game real quick. Okay? Now today, baby, we're going to get into it a little bit because there's been a lot of dating debauchery going on in the socials per usual. And you know, I like to participate. But honey, this past week was especially entertaining because somebody somewhere, and I don't know who they surveyed for this shit, put out a list of places not to take a woman on a date. Or the first date. And of those places is a Cheesecake Factory, hookah lounge, on a walk, or an ice cream parlor. And let me just say this, I love a good hookah lounge. I'm a hookah princess, okay? If a nigga take me to a hookah lounge, I'm happy. Where are the wings, okay? I love a good walk. I love a good sunset, twilight walk. What did Jill Scott say? Let's take a long walk around the park after dark. A walk in the park will get you coochie faster than taking me to goddamn Ruth Chris. I don't care about nobody's steakhouse, baby. I don't care how much you're spending. I care about vibes. But then again, not everybody is me. And so we're going to talk about that just a little bit more. Additionally, I'm going to give out some free game. Because a lot of people don't know how to go on dates. A lot of people don't know how to plan dates. Let me tell you what a woman wants for a date. Okay? And if you are a woman and you're listening to this, go ahead and tap in and send this to your partner so they know what to do. Because I know a lot of us are with people who don't know how to plan or aren't planners or aren't romantic. Baby, you better figure it out before somebody else does. I'm just kidding. The point about it is people are really losing their minds about what's acceptable and unacceptable for dates. And honestly, I know it might come as a surprise, but baby, I feel like do whatever works for you in your tax bracket. However, there are some places that me personally, I would not go. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So there was a lot of discourse about this list and I can't remember who put it out, but the purpose, I guess, was, I don't know if it was satirical or not, or if it was a joke, but the purpose was basically, these are the places that women say they don't want to go on dates, that they feel like they're too good to go on dates. Let me just say something real quick. The Cheesecake Factory is fucking nasty. I don't know who needs to hear that, but no, I don't want to go on a date to the Cheesecake Factory. And it's not because it's the Cheesecake Factory, but it's because it's the Cheesecake Factory. You know what I'm saying? So some of the things I understood why it was on the list. But like I said earlier, a walk in the park, like things that actually can enhance communication are the things I feel like are good for first dates. Going to the movies is a bad first date, not because it's not good enough, but because you don't have enough time to interact or engage unless you do something after and then you could do like a movie synopsis or a breakdown or something together. But I feel like the purpose of a date is to get to know somebody. The purpose of a date is to be around somebody's atmosphere. And yes, you're going to be around that representative, but at least you can see what they're bringing to the table as far as personality is concerned. And honestly, I've been on my fair share of dates, honey. And I can't say that I've had any bad dates, but I also can't say that there have been dates where I felt like I went somewhere and it wasn't up to par. However, I did have a conversation with my boyfriend not too long ago where he had shared with me that this millionaire had taken his wife on her first date to McDonald's and how she was so happy about it and she was just glad to be there. And I think he said that basically to be like, well, why spend all this money? And this is from the millionaire's perspective. Why spend all of this money on somebody you don't even know if you're going to like, or somebody you don't even know if they're really solid, or if they really want to be there with you for real? And I'm just like, I don't think taking someone to a specific place on a date in order to test how real they are or what their values are is a good idea. I feel like that's what a lot of men think about this shit. Like, well, if she's too good to go on these quote unquote lowly dates, then she's too high maintenance, or she's delusional, or she wants too much, or she's a gold digger. And I'm just like, actually, nigga, I need you guys to just put in some fucking work. Most women don't give a fuck about where they go. They just want to be with you. They just want to be with you. Now, I'm not saying that is appropriate. I do believe in standards. And as far as the McDonald's thing is concerned, I would not want to go to McDonald's on a first date neither. Why? If it's about money, right? If you can't take me to a restaurant because of money or because you want to see how I act because you have money, you're better off just taking me and us having a picnic in the park. You're better off taking me for a walk in the park if you actually want to see my character, versus taking me somewhere and thinking, okay, well, if she's too good for McDonald's, then she's not my girl. Well, I guess I'm not. And if you are so simple-minded that you can't plan and execute a date that will stimulate connection, then baby, what am I even here for? You know, this really reminds me of that Ciara and Russell Wilson thing from this week too. Ciara's birthday just passed and her husband, pro football player, rented out the Waffle House for her. That's where she wanted to go eat. That's where he took her. And there were a lot of comments from both, you know, men and women that were just like, basically, if Ciara is good enough for Waffle House, then why aren't y'all? Type shit. It was basically like, you know, we be wanting to take you to Waffle House, but you be too good, but let somebody like Russell take you and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I need y'all to understand there's a difference between you and Russell Wilson. I need some of these men to understand there's a difference between renting out a Waffle House and taking a woman on a date to Waffle House and thinking it's appropriate. Now, like I said in the beginning, date according to your tax bracket. If you are in a Waffle House tax bracket, then hey, Waffle House it is. We love the All-Star Special, baby. But I'm just saying, you know, there are levels to this shit. So seeing how people date on social media and equating that to what other people should be accepting of doesn't make any sense to me at all. Because like I said, I love a walk in the park. Somebody else doesn't. But I don't think a woman should be put down, or anybody really should be put down because they have certain expectations, especially for the first date, because that is your first impression. That's your first impression. How you present things to me is how I feel that you think about me. So when I was having that conversation with my boyfriend about the millionaire taking his now fiance, so it worked out, right, to McDonald's for their first date, my whole point about it is do something that reflects how you feel about that person. Okay? It's as simple as that. If you think I'm a McDonald's first date type of bitch, take me to McDonald's on the first date. However, if I happen to not be that type of girl, don't be mad at me because I'm not accepting what you're giving me if it's not up to my standard. Sorry. Honestly, I think all this shit is just so trivial. At the end of the day, a lot of y'all need to be grateful that you're even there. A lot of y'all needs to be happy to fucking be there. Okay? That's number one. I know we were going to keep that a secret, but here we are. It's out in the open. Be happy somebody is taking you out and trying to treat you to something. I think, of course, there are standards, but I feel like if you're dealing with somebody or dating somebody who is kind to you, who has true intentions with you, who wants to build with you, and who is stable, right? Who is stable, then it shouldn't matter where they take you on the first date. It shouldn't matter at all. And that's why these millionaires who take their girl to Waffle House and McDonald's on the first date get away with it. Because they have it all already. So of course, they're going to get the McDonald's date. Is it harder to date someone who is not necessarily in the tax bracket that you want them to be or that you are in and wants to take you to McDonald's? Like if I know I have, no boo money and you want to take me to McDonald's, are we even equally yoked? I feel like that's just what it is. When it comes to dating, you need to know who you're dating. You need to know what their standards are, okay? These are the things you find out before the date. You find this out before the date, okay? So that way, when you are prepping and planning to take someone out, you know what their expectations are, okay? You know this ain't a, oh, come over and let's do pizza and movies type of girl. She wants to go out. She wants to do an activity. I even saw someone that was like, going out to eat is overrated or something. They were saying something along the lines of going out to eat is old, outdated. I think that's what they said, outdated. My God, today, if you don't like going out to eat, baby, first of all, I like to eat anytime I can get some food because I'm always hungry. But if that's something that you do not like, then you do not like that. But I think to say going out to eat on the first date is outdated, or going to Cheesecake Factory, or going on an ice cream day. At this point, like I said, all of y'all need to be grateful that you're even fucking there. Because my God, today. Now, when it comes to planning, if it comes down to planning, execution, and thoughtfulness, these are the things I feel like people should be talking about. It really shouldn't be about, okay, where are we going? It should be about how well thought out was this shit? How much do you value me and my time? Because when somebody values your time, when somebody values, what you value, they value the things that you like. They want to know what entertains you. They want to know what makes you happy. They want to know what you enjoy. They want to know what type of food you like, what you don't like, what type of drinks you like, what you don't like, how late you like to stay out when you go out. So they know how to plan the times accordingly. They need to know what your work schedule is. They want to know all those things so they can plan something for real that will show you like, hey, I'm serious. I want to show you a good time. I want to show you something nice. And I want to pursue a relationship with you. That is honestly clearly easier said than done because a lot of people don't know how to do this shit. I really like to call myself the matchmaker of my friends. Now, am I always good at it? No, no. But as a woman, I know what women like. Generally, not all women, because obviously we're different, but I know the basics because we all say the same shit. We all want the same things, okay? Here's the free game. When a woman says she wants to go on a date, she actually wants you to plan it, okay? She actually wants you to put in some time and effort and communicate with her that you are planning this date and you are planning around her schedule and you are making yourself available. These are the things that get your foot in the door. I had to explain this to one of my homeboys. I was like, listen, because he said he had talked to the girl. They were talking back and forth, They said they should link up, but nothing ever came of it. And I was like, well, did you plan the date? Did you plan the date? He's like, nah. I was like, listen, you don't even have to do too much. You don't have to do too much. It is so simple. I don't understand why men don't get this shit. But listen, all you have to do is say, hey, I would love to take you out. When are you free? I would love to take you here at this time if you're available. Or if this is somebody you've been dealing with. Because dates aren't supposed to end when you're in a relationship. Dates are supposed to continue happening. You have to keep dating each other. So you be like, all right, babe, listen, hey, 8:00 this day, we going to do this. Be ready at this time. You know what I'm saying? It is so damn easy. Because all a woman wants to do is show up, be pretty, and turn her fucking brain off. I've been seeing that all over TikTok too. Like when I'm with my man, I turn off my brain. Bro, I fucking wish I could do that shit. Not because I can't, but because I can't. So, but a lot of women just want to be able to show up and be with their partner and not have to worry about shit. We ain't got to worry about shit. We just got to be there. Be there and be cute. So freaking easy to do. but it's the thought behind it, the thought process. And I've been told, okay, well, I'm not a planner. I was literally told, like, the energy that you put in and the energy I put in probably won't match because you're a planner, I'm not. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. But the thing about it is, even if you're not a planner, even if you are not used to doing romantic gestures, even if, you're not used to going on dates. I hear that a lot. I'm not used to going on dates. I'm not used to doing stuff like that. You need to tighten up. You need to meet that person where they are with what their expectations are. And if you can't do that, you need to move along. Because if anything, it'll just end up in that person being disappointed. Like, what's worse than thinking, okay, I'm going to go on a date, or thinking, okay, I'm about to meet somebody and all the expectations of what it was and on the romance and all this shit just falls short. That sucks. It sucks. And listen, I see women complain about it every day on the TikTok and the Instagram and in the X and all that other shit. You feel me? So I'm just like, all right, what is a girl to do? Pick a better nigga. If this is you, and I'm so sorry, if this is you and there is more that you are expecting from your partner or the guy you're seeing or the guy that you're dating, if they're not putting in any effort, or if they're not trying to court you for real, or if they're not trying to take you out and do things with you and get to know you, pick somebody better. Or become accustomed to what they're giving you. Because you can't change anyone unless they're going to try and put in consciousable, like, effort, like actual intentional effort to be like, okay, if she likes walks in the park, I'm going to make sure once a week or once every other week I take her to a walk in the park. If they're not that type of person, there's nothing you could really do to change that. So you have to decide, okay, is this acceptable enough for me? And if it's not, baby, move on. Move on. I'm sorry. I really think that I'm just like a hopeless romantic. I love romance. I love romance. I love to get romanced. The fastest way to this honeypot, baby, is some goddamn romance. The fastest way is to let me pick you up at this time. I done already picked out the dress for you. It's laid out, babe. Put that on. Wear them heels I like. We finna go out. Yes. When I tell you that shit just, it made me shiver right now, just in this moment. But then again, that's just who I am. I'm not a man. I don't know how men think. I'm not going to say how men think, but how they be acting like they don't know that shit. They be acting like they don't know. But then again, there are some men who will romance everything out of you and still not give you anything. So you got to be wary. This shit is a losing game. The more I talk about dating, the more I realize this shit is a losing game sometimes. My God. Really, the moral of the story for this episode is social media isn't going to tell you what you like. You know what you like. Express that to your person that you're dating. Okay. And if they don't meet the standards, get a new one. Get another one. My God, just get another one. If the date wasn't good, don't ever go on another one with that person. Block them. Block them. I know that's like harsh, low key. But then again, like I said, the thing about dating is you have to do what is right for you. If you like the Cheesecake Factory, baby, go to the Cheesecake Factory if he want to take you. And also just be nice. Goddamn, be kind. A lot of them women in these comments was mean as fuck to these niggas. Like, boy, I want to go to no Cheesecake Factory. You broke. Cheesecake Factory nasty. I'm like, okay, listen. Hey, you might be broke and Cheesecake Factory is nasty. But golly, do you have to be so mean about it? Do you gotta be mean? Like, I want you to remember, in the moments where you are choosing to be mean, you actually could have been kind. And karma finna come get your ass for that. Because my Lord, my God, today, I don't know, if a man approached me wanting to go cheesecake, I'd probably be like, listen, babe, I don't like cheesecake. It's kind of nasty, but we can definitely go to this fire Mexican place that I found if you like that. Like, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. I don't know. The discourse, it's unhealthy, but it has been. But honestly, I'm enjoying the partaking and the witnessing of all the drama. So yeah, listen, I hope you enjoyed this episode. This really was just a rant and a ramble about this date shit, to be honest. If you are fed up with the date stuff like me, baby, go ahead and follow on the Instagram, because I'm gonna put some more shit. I'll be on there really talking my shit, and we're going up. We're about to hit 18K. Let's go. I wanted to hit 20K before the end of the year, and there's still time, but I don't know. So we're gonna see what it's giving. If you want to support, if you want to help me reach that goal, and you ain't following on the Instagram, go over there and follow, because what are you doing? What are you doing? Come on. Come on. Please be on the lookout for the bonus episode that should come on Thursday. And I really look forward to my next episode with you guys. This season is going to be wrapping up soon, but I will continue to post on the socials even after the season goes on a break. So until next time, I will be back with you in the next one.